And it's live. Welcome back to Pass the Mic. Today it is the second edition of the Scottish Cup semi-finals. Yesterday we covered Hibernian beating Dundee United 2-0. Today it's the Battle of the Saints, St Johnstone versus St Mirren, who will join Hibernian on the 22nd of May at the Scottish Cup final. Today we've been joined by Frisquandro, Stevie and Adam. How's it going, lads?
Good, mate, aye?
I'm all right, mate. What about yourself?
I'm not pretty happy with that intro. Not going to lie.
So rehearsed.
Of course. We had plenty of practice on Thursday night, mate. You know it. Anyway, so, well, looking at the chat, Luke and Joseph are the only, and I said someone also, the only other people to comment thus far. But before we get into the show, why don't we talk through the starting 11s of the two teams? Who's taking St Johnstone?
I'll take the St Johnstone team if you want.
Go on, Adam.
So, despite all the COVID outbreak in Perth, it seems as though Callum Davidson's named a strong starting lineup. He's gone for Xander Clark in goal. The back three all keep their places: Jamie McCart, Jason Kerr, and Liam Gordon. Midfield, five of it looks to be Sean Rooney, Ali McCann, Craig Bryson, and Callum Booth, with David Witherspoon supporting Chris Kane and Guy Malamed up front. Bobby Lamal obviously was drafted in on loan from my beloved Hearts, and he's on the bench alongside James Brown, Charlie Gilmore, Craig Conway, Glenn Middleton, Michael O'Halloran, Ferguson, and Robertson.
Adam, how does it feel that Bobby Lamal's been to Hampden more times than Hearts this season?
Well, technically speaking, we were back at Hampden in October and in December, so shove that.
Pish.
Thanks very much.
And who's taking St Mirren?
I'll take St Mirren because they've just put the lineups on FotMob, which is very good timing. Jim Goodwin's obviously wanting to take St Mirren that one step further after their League Cup run stopped at the semi-final. But he lines up in a 3-5-2 with Anik in goal, back three of Fraser, McCarthy, Shaughnessy. Five in the midfield is Tate, McGrath, Doyle, Hayes. What's the boy, Stevie?
Erahon there, mate, not me.
Durmas, and then up front is Ulwin and Dennis, not to be confused with the Dennis of Club Brugge. In goals is Linus, Finlayson, Flynn, McAllister, Connolly, Henderson, Obika, Adam and Aaron's favourite player, Brophy and Quainer. I don't know too much about St Mirren, to be honest, this season. I know that they obviously missed out narrowly in the top six. But, it's a one-off game today, and I hope there is goals for everybody's sake, to be honest. Because there's nothing like a boring semi-final.
Oh, no.
I just hope both defences have an absolute nightmare, man.
Absolute shocker.
Honestly, because yesterday was just so boring. Such a dull game to watch. Wee quick question. See, you know how Bobby Lamal is in the St Johnstone squad today? See if they were to go on and win the cup, would he get a medal?
I would say so.
That is a farce.
Hold on.
Well, it's only 7-day loan.
Yeah, I was going to say he's only on loan for a week, so surely not.
I was going to say if he did that, is a farce because Hearts get beat up and all that, and if a Hearts player walks away with a Scottish Cup winners medal, it's the biggest farce since the Challenge Cup was shared between two clubs.
Well, wasn't Craig Gordon going to get a medal because he played the Scottish Cup last season for Celtic?
I think he did get it, did he not? So, Craig, that'll be a pub trivia question. Who's the only player to have got a winner's medal and a runners-up medal in the same season?
I really don't care.
No, it's Craig Gordon, in case you're wondering. The man himself.
We'll look at some more comments. Hello, Stefan. How's it going, mate? Good to see you in the chat. All right, Graham. Hope your team has a good afternoon. Hi, Goggsy, a good game coming up today. And what top is it today, Fraz? Says Carrots.
It's a Fiorentina number, mate.
It's a Nintendo sponsor.
Beautiful.
Back in the day.
Joseph says his prediction is 1 each in the full 90 minutes and 2 once a minute after. I really cannot be arsed with extra time, so please, no. Stefan says can't see anything Barca St Johnstone.
I think that's meant to be Bar St Johnstone win, to be honest.
No. Knowing Stefan, he's tried to crack a fucking terrible pun there that's fell in its arse for me and a night out. Anyway.
No, I'm not. I've read that comment, and no, I'm not the monk. Purely because I'm not a diehard of Conte Hammy, probably wouldn't be invited to that event.
No, Daz. No, Daz.
Get it done.
No.
Atletico Aloha. Make it happen.
Get it done.
Atletico Rangers. Come on. That was horrible. Anyway, move on.
That deserves a remove for the time.
Nobody put Spazzy in the corner, okay?
You literally are in the bottom left corner. Oh, dearie me. So we've got 9 minutes till kick-off. Get your predictions into the chat, troops. What are we thinking about the score today, Adam?
I'm going to opt for a 2-1 St Johnstone win.
Stevie, what are you saying?
Oh, it's going to go to extra time, sorry. It'll be 1 each after extra time. And I think it'll be 2 each going into a penalty shootout. There you go.
Oof.
Goodness. I mean, it helps us for views, but apart from that, I'd be bored shitless if it's a bad game. Frasquandro, what are you saying to it?
See, I think this is going to be a game of like first goal wins. I don't know. Like, I cannot like. It's a one-off game. Form goes out the window in the cup semi-finals. Goes out the window in any cup game. So it could go either way. So I think whoever scores first is going to go on to win it. Probably St Johnstone though, because
the monk says, "Is that Kieran Trippier bottom right?" That's a new one.
First it was Johnny Sunderland. Now it's Johnny Sunderland. Now it's Kieran Trippier.
Who would you rather be though, Adam? Let's be honest.
Probably Kieran Trippier.
Jonathan Sutherland.
with all these dough. Fuck off.
That's how you should have answered.
Good extra time. I'm not on. Dad says either 1 each or 11-0 St Johnstone. Okay.
If it's 11-0 St Johnstone, I will buy you a pint, Daz.
I'm going to say it's going to be 1-0 St Johnstone after extra time. I just know.
Christ.
This game's got the hallmarks of an absolute bore fest. So
you reacted to my prediction as if it was a shocker, and then you're going to be an even worse one.
That is the worst of the quartet. Yeah, that is. Shocking.
Man.
I have to outdo you, Stevie. Don't worry, mate. Oh dear me! He looks nothing like Jonathan Sutherland. He's grey on top, lads.
He's no grey.
Damn.
Are you meaning Johnny's grey? Because I'm certainly no grey.
Stop it.
Jonathan Sutherland and Kieran Trippier. What a time to be alive.
You could be Jonathan Sutherland and Kieran Trippier's love child.
Jonathan Trippier.
And JT, damn tarts, there you go.
Oh my god. Somebody finish me off.
Daz says, I wonder if Shawnee Boy got his Capri Sun.
He did. Me and Flash can confirm that.
He looked in a bad way when we spoke to him though.
Yeah.
Never spoke for a solid 5 minutes.
Oh dearie me.
And I was asking him questions and he was just making noises to the point where if it was on Netflix or something, the subtitles would just say inaudible.
It's Charlie Adam that's one of the pundits. That's an unusual that's a turn up for the books.
Well, he used to play for Mirren, didn't he?
And he hates St Johnstone, so
It's a happy marriage.
I suppose you've got that's why you've got Derek McInnes, because obviously he managed and played for Rangers. No, St Johnstone.
Wasn't it?
Fuck's sake. Sorry,
Stones.
Saints fans.
You're getting ahead of yourself. That's Stevie Gerrard's successor.
Yeah,
Right, I am warning the monk, if the punchline to what does a donkey have for his dinner is pish, he's getting banned. But
I'll do that.
let's not sit here and wait for 30 seconds because of the delay to see what the answer is.
I got told he got offered the gig after appearing on Hamid's channel.
Shite punchline, ban him.
What does a donkey have for his dinner? I got told he got offered the gig after appearing on Hamid's channel. Boo! Here's the goal, by the way. They're showing the Xander Clark goal. It's living proof that it's Xander Clark's goal, because they all run to Xander Clark and not Chris Kane.
Mm. And Chris Kane's just in the background going, but I scored it.
Shut up, Chris. No, you never.
We don't care. You only score 3 goals a season.
Do not take this away from Xander.
Oh, no. No, but as we are an independent media source, we have given the goal to Xander Clark. So.
Oh, give it a rest, man. He looks nothing like Lawrence Shanklin.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Is this all it's going to be? Just comparisons with who I supposedly look like today?
Can somebody call me Spud for train spotting again to bring a bit of fucking realism back to the stream, please? Because this is just honking.
See, if you put Jonathan Sutherland, Kieran Trippier, and Lawrence Shanklin side by side in a room, you wouldn't think that they all look like one another. So how can I look like all three? Mugs.
Let me just get my Photoshop open.
Oh my god.
This is where you bring up that photo that's on Lawrence Shanklin's Instagram when he's got the like mohawk and some like old school Reebok Hearts top on. You're like, oh, there's Adam. If that's the case, then bring him home. That's all I'll say.
Go down.
Oh, damn, indeed. The Premier Sports Cup coming this July. Oh, yes.
Oh, can't wait.
Yeah, when is the draw for that, by the way? Because we're going to have to cover that.
I don't know, but I know that the fixtures are getting released mid-June as always, so keep an eye on them.
So it will be about that time. It's usually on a Friday, I think.
I think it will be about, it's usually like 2 weeks after the fixtures are released, I think. So end of June maybe.
I will never forget when Motherwell drew Queen's Park. I was like, this is our year.
I just want us to get Partick Thistle because my mate plays there. I told him if he ever plays against Motherwell, I'm going to absolutely cane him for 45 minutes. So that's it.
Probably run up to Eagle like that.
He'll score. It's a certainty he will score.
Oh,
man.
The teams are just about to emerge from the tunnel.
Yeah.
Oh,
good question.
God,
Do you think Kelly Hearts will be in the north or the south section? Because they're in the lower league.
I'll say north, but I don't know. Because, like I say, I think we flirt with it all the time, whether it's north or south. So Christ knows.
Well, they'll say Tony Fitzpatrick, Paisley's favourite drug dealer.
Amongst many.
Oh my god. Between him and Davy Martindale, Scottish football's flying, I'm telling you, man.
Literally.
Don't do drugs, kids.
No.
Mate, can we forget Jonathan Sutherland, whoever started this? They look nothing alike. Gogsy, do you know what Wraith versus Dunfermline was, the playoff semi or quarters? Yeah, it was 2-0 Wraith.
That was the quarters.
Yeah, so Wraith are in the semis against Dundee, which we will be covering this week.
Ooh! Big game.
Big game indeed.
Here is the teams led by William Collum.
Oh yes, I've got the buffering stream. Daz is 5 minutes for Kelly. The fourth bridge should split north and south. Well, sometimes it doesn't because Hearts and Hibs sometimes are in different sections.
See, another one is the fact that see if Kelty beat Red Bull Brecon. Did Red Bull Brecon go into the Highland League or the Lowland League?
I think it's the Highland League.
Aye, then the Lowland League will be left with an odd number.
Aye. But I think they have that. I think one has 18, one has 17, and it'll be like that anyway.
That's a bit weird.
The Lowland League actually has a relegation.
I think that's why they tried. Obviously, it's not been possible with the pandemic, but you know how they made they brought the junior sides into the pyramid structure to maybe combat that issue, so that it would be even throughout all weeks.
Aye, but eventually relegation from the Highland League, because Fort William have been there for yonks, and they're obviously not the best. They're obviously the worst team in it.
Oh man, I just hope someday what buys Fort William and makes them into this institution of Scottish football.
Oh, aye.
Red Bull Fort William, make it happen, Daz.
Fort William away, what a trip.
Claggan Park. Whoa.
It's actually one of the most scenic grounds in Scotland. I mean, like behind one of the goals is in Nevis. It's actually quite class.
Lovely.
Aye. Mind Roscoe was there a couple of weeks ago. They go into the
You've been warned, Joseph. Saying statements like that, you have been warned.
Yes.
There's Jim Goodwin adjusting his Fitbit just in case he needs to do some shuttle runs in his dugout.
Xander Clark's wearing tangerine.
The number 23 of St Mirren's not even taking the knee. Jeez, oh man.
Lee Erwin.
What a prick.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's a surprise. Goggs' mate.
It's the same way Sergio Aguero. I was watching the match of the day and Sergio Aguero was basically like come on.
That is the worst Panenka you've ever seen, isn't it?
Oh, I mean, you're on about the semi being a tough watch. Man City Chelsea was a tough watch. My goodness.
I enjoyed the second half. I thought Chelsea played well, mate.
Oh, I thought it was terrible.
Chelsea had like 40 goals. That's allowed.
Timo Werner with a touch of the Scott McDonald's, man. Offside, 24/7.
Anyway, we're 33 seconds into this crunch clash between St Mirren of Paisley and St Johnstone of Perth.
See, this way I already know who's won the final.
Paisley!
Hey!
There you go, Adam.
Do you think if Pez didn't have the rights to the Scottish club, so they would end up calling St Mirren Paisley Saints and St Johnstone Perth Saints?
Yep, 100%.
I just think so, Pez.
Motherwell would be the Motown Steelers. Come on.
The Motown Steelers.
Hamilton will be Lanarkshire Red.
Lanarkshire Clark and Amber. No, you'd be the Lanarkshire Steel.
Aye. Ravens Craig.
Or Glen Cairn and Alpha.
Oh my god, man. Bonking. Pez was iconic back in the day, man. Man blue v man red and all that.
North London red, North London white. Ridiculous. John Mitchell was asking how your bet got on, Stevie.
Shite, we won't talk about it. Moving on, next question.
Dad says Hearts would be Maroon 5-1.
Jesus.
What would Edinburgh? What would Hibs be? Edinburgh green and white.
Edinburgh green. Oh dear.
Edinburgh 1-5. Green 1-5.
What's the best restaurant in Cooper? Fuck knows, mate.
What's the kismet? The takeaway?
Aye, that'll be it. I don't actually go out and cook stuff though.
Greg's.
Going off on a tangent here, boys, right? I'm just looking at my camera there, right? And yesterday I was watching the Chelsea Man City game, and I slagged Billy Gilmore's tash, and then I went, I've got this exact same tash as Billy Gilmore.
Billy Gilmore is younger than you. That's effectively bullying Stevie. That's bullying the young boy.
Character building, mate. I've discussed this before.
Exactly, Joseph. Why do I always get brought into every scenario? Fuck up.
Every scenario. Oh, dearie me. And so we've got 23 people in the chat. Feel free to leave a comment. We'll answer your questions. Do I know? Who's Jamie Lee?
That's our Jamie Lee.
Hey, Jamie Lee.
Oh, man.
Say hello, Jamie Lee.
Yeah, we're going to book tonight.
What?
Yeah, you've seen the video. They've not seen the video, man. Oh, that just looked very, very, very special.
I cannot show this video on the video on stream. I need to send that in the chat. Probably get caned for it.
I see Hearts have decided not to attempt to sign Logan from Aberdeen. I thought he was doing well and suited your system, Adam, says Graham.
I knew the first question would be Hearts related. Yeah, no, he was, to be honest. I think Robbie's talked about it in the press recently, hasn't he, about how he's wanted to sort of bring the average age of the squad down. I can remember saying on here, I think prior to Stephen O'Donnell signing on at Motherwell, that I probably would have taken him, given that his deal would have been up. But suffice to say, that's not happened. But yeah, I mean, I like Shea Logan. He was doing well for us, but ultimately, if we can bring in younger, and obviously, of course, goes without saying, we're looking to get better. So that would certainly be a bonus.
Interesting stuff. Indeed, you can take Liam Grimshaw, mate.
No thanks. I think Michael Smith will probably go back out to right back, and we'll probably end up getting some other big clumsy centre half.
John Foster.
You're right. No. With a Hibs link, no thank you.
Good save there by Jack Annick.
Keepers always over-exaggerate saves.
I was going to say, that was straight down his throat, was it not?
Stop the match!
An absolute slobberknocker.
Wish more football games were slobberknockers.
Are they using the Euros ball?
God knows. God knows.
Couldn't tell you, mate.
Just glad it's not the Jubilani.
Oh, mind when Scotland once used the Jabulani.
That was the equivalent of a floataway.
It was, wasn't it?
What do people call floataways, by the way?
Flyaways.
A flyaway, aye.
Flighty.
A flighty?
Adam, this is worse than fucking pickled onion, this.
Oh, don't even get me started, mate.
A flighty.
A flighty? What? No, there was some other like five term that Goggsy came up with on a stream as well.
Fuck up.
What was it now? That's going to annoy me.
Big shout out to our friend Jamie Lee.
I'm not doing it again.
Jordan McGee at Hearts.
Hello, Ewan.
He's somewhere.
Yes.
Jordan McGee at Hearts. You're at it.
Who
Who says they'll take Jordan? Daz, come on. Come on.
Let's just drop this for a second, sorry. Flighty?
Yeah. What is that?
Flighty.
Flighty.
Right, I'm going to get the comments involved. What do you call a ball that floats away easily in the wind?
A flighty?
Certainly not a flighty.
Well,
Floaty.
it saves time and effort when you have to say flow away.
Floaty.
What?
The whole
An extra
1 second.
couple letters. Exactly.
Floaty.
Fly away. Yes, comments. Keep it coming in.
Flighty.
Come on.
Fly away is the correct answer. For
Fly
once,
away.
I'm going to agree with Stevie's
If that's
terms
the
here.
case, then it should have fucking wings.
Flighty.
Flighty with top wings or not? What, have you ever seen anything take a flighty with foot wings?
Nothing.
Right,
Apart-
Joseph, that's not on. You're getting banned for that. An air ball.
Airball.
What the hell?
Thank you, guys.
It can't- like the thing's basically got helium in it. It's that fucking flighty. There you go.
Oh, I've accidentally brought my airball down to the Astro with me. Come on, Joseph. Grow up, Chief.
You said,
Do me a favour.
you said ass Jeeves.
I quite like the creativity there. Daz 47, or just Daz, we'll call you Daz. A rose ball.
What do you mean Z? It's Z.
A Z.
Z's American. It is. Yeah. A rose head. You're going to say, oh, that's hit your head in rose Z, man.
Rosie, man.
Oh, decent build-up play there for St Johnstone.
It's a fucking rose head, mate.
Pat you and Rosehead, mate.
That's some more.
Yeah, it's when you're stuck in row Z and the ball hits your head, not when you're stuck in row Z and the ball hits off your freaking nut.
Stuck in the Z and the ball hits your knee.
Oh, bro.
Rosie, man.
That's a flighty.
Oh, amazing.
Oh, bro.
I'm here all week, too.
Airball.
That's a flighty. Oh my goodness.
I'm going to ask to pass the mic, chap.
Oh, amazing.
No, don't, because Stefan will come on and the game will go into extra time. And then the game will go into extra time. We can't risk this. Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Stefan would probably call it a pickleball or something.
Oh, yeah.
What an absolute mug.
Richard Tate's getting really far forward there.
You did that far too much for us.
Imagine that. Richard Tate lifting the Scottish Cup this season. That'd just be the pinnacle of your season.
Oh, don't, mate. Don't.
Just trying to think of any other ex-Motherwell players at Hibs. Chris Cadden. Chris Cadden could.
Chris Cadden's dog shit.
Chris Cadden's done nothing this season.
Can you cross the road, man? Honestly.
Flighty. Fucking flighty.
Kirsten, you haven't heard the St Johnstone 2-1 win first off of you. You've heard it first off of me if you've been watching from the start. Thanks very much.
All right, Kirsten, how's it going?
Mic drop. There's Sander Clark going for his second goal of the Scottish Cup campaign there.
In the
Back-to-back rounds.
Time pens. Fuck's sake.
Chris Cadden for the Euros. Get a grip, John.
Aye, Chris Cadden was supposed to be the
Fucking Eurovision Song Contest, man. Jesus Christ.
See, when he got capped for Scotland, that was the most ridiculous. That was peak Scotland for me. Like,
Is that when we played Mexico? Was it the Mexico game?
and Peru.
yeah. Oh, mind that? We had like a wee, like,
What a double header that was.
I actually stayed up to watch the games.
1-0 Aston Villa against Man United. Come
oh,
on.
for fuck's sake, Gogsy.
God,
Get that
this
shit
is a
right.
fan again. Come on.
Oh dear.
Who scored Gogsy?
Watkins? The Watkins?
It was Traore.
Sorry.
We're still in a shout of European football.
As long as you're beating Man United, that's fine.
I like that prediction from Mark Ingram. Saints 2, Saints 1.
Was the fact that St Mirren are the first team in the score official score sheet? So,
But as we are an independent media source, we put St Johnstone first because it's alphabetical.
because we're weird like that.
But he's great for him. Big rumours. Mellon away back down south. End of season. Was away regardless of what happens in the cup, even if he won it. Dale O'Neill, come on down.
Are we United? Come on down if you get Neil Lennon in.
I don't know.
I think he means Alec.
I was going to suggest Neil McCann.
There's only one man that's getting that gig, a former United gaffer, and it's Craig Levine.
Oh my God. No, that man should never get another job in football. And I don't care.
Because
and I don't care if it stops me getting a job for the rest of my life. That man should never get another job in football. That
man shouldn't get another. Shouldn't just get a job. Period.
460. Enough said.
He should have walked after that.
I think he's a tactical genius.
This is the first I've heard Michael Presley. Strong rumour that Shaughnessy is linked with Motherwell.
See, to be fair though, we put the 460 out in Prague and we got beat. But days later, we were minutes away from holding the reigning world and European champions to a 2 each draw at Hampden. So
did we not come from 2-0 down as well?
Yeah. Yep.
Genius.
I'll give you that game, but I will also say the name of one country.
Liechtenstein.
Yep.
Big Mick scoring in the 90th plus 7th minute. Embarrassing. If you walked out of that game, I wouldn't really hold you against you.
I have honestly never sighed at a goal getting in the last minute. Until then.
A bit poisonous, says the chief.
Do you think Derek McKenzie would take the United job?
Joseph, what do you think? One of your former managers and beloved captains going from one of your clubs to another club potentially.
Do you know a defender? We're talking about Shaughnessy being linked with Motherwell. Do you know a defender I would take to replace the gap that Declan Gallagher's going to leave? Ewan Murray for Dunfermline.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He's not too
bad.
He
can really defend, but he scores goals.
He was linked to Aberdeen in January, I believe.
I think his deal's up.
That was a Coby rumour.
I think the deal's up come the summer as well, is it not? Ewan Murray's players contract. Yeah.
And yeah, Christopher, I believe the Norwegian league starts back up today.
Come on. How's it going, Christopher? Hope you're well, mate.
What a bizarre time to restart.
The Norwegian league's been pushed back multiple times. Christopher's bored shitless.
Because the Norwegian league runs by the calendar year instead of August to May.
Sensible.
Sensible indeed.
It's always the Scandinavians are always sensible.
Yeah. Devantico's actually in contract talks at the moment, I've heard. So.
Come on.
Interesting.
Sign it.
We would have to pay a small fee for Shaughnessy. He's got another year left. That means we won't sign him.
Motherwell fees don't happen.
Apart from it when it's Louis Moult.
Aye, when it does, it's like 50 grand or 100 grand. It's never any extravagant.
Even the boy, who was the Northern Irish boy you were linked with recently? You said
Shane Lavery.
Oh,
that's him.
What a signing that would be, man.
But that'll have to be. Yeah.
Oh, what a start that is! Playing Rosenborg.
Wow. What time's kickoff?
I will cover it.
Watch. Are any of you looking forward to the Champions League final? this year. I'm not really hyped for it after all this Super League nonsense, but we just had Man City win it.
I just want to get to the Euros, to be honest. I'm not arsed about the domestic season. Haven't been for a good few months.
Months and months.
What? Oh, that should have been a penalty for St Mirren there.
The ball.
Nah,
That's
Don't
all
think-
good at.
I don't think so. He's
I don't.
His arm's out, mate.
Oh my God! Stop the damn match.
I don't think it's an unnatural position, though. I don't know. Certainly
See
up for
this-
debate.
See this unnatural and natural body positions? It's absolutely ridiculous.
a kind of rhythm, doesn't it?
They need some clarity, 100%.
Like, I can get like ones that are like, say if you're like going like that, but see if you've got it just by your side and it's just a wee bit outstretched, I don't see why they're penalties.
No.
Because
I
you're keeping
agree.
like, say if you've got your arms out, you're effectively just keeping your balance.
Yeah.
I like Paul Pogba when he did this.
Oh, Pogba's just a fanny though.
Agreed.
8 o'clock in Norway, 7 o'clock in the UK. No chance, and had bourbon and pickle juice chaser, and it's kind of disgusting.
See, so far both of these teams have went. I see the Hibs Dundee United game, and I'll raise you about how shite it's been. Honestly,
Hold my beer.
fucking bad.
Hold my beer, boys.
Goodness. I mean, I've enjoyed it more than Hibs Dundee United. Not gonna lie.
I certainly
Does it?
have.
As you said, got myself that 94 to 96 Scotland top for the Euros. Can't wait till get pigs doing it. That's the one that Gogsy boys got. The Tartan number.
Indeed.
Oh, it's a
Colin.
belter.
Currently eyeing up the 82 one.
Okay, the 98 one I'll be wearing out
I
and about.
can't wait for it to be my uniform for the Euros.
Boot and a boot. Skill uniform. Do you find that like a lot of people are going to like retro shirts now? Like not so much current shirts. People are just buying retro shirts.
Retro
You know, like,
shirts are cheaper.
Retro
Oh,
shirts are
no.
the ones. Although that being said, I do want to get the latest Scotland one with the Euro patches. Because Christ knows when the next
the
time
Euro
that'll be.
patches, eh?
Next time, don't know. The next time we'll get to wear one with them. So
True that. It'll be a cherished item in 40 years' time.
exactly.
I don't know, boys. I think Scottish football's on the up. I can see this being a snowball effect, to be honest.
I definitely think I would agree. Like Steve Clark's definitely got in us believing that like the national team is starting to rebuild. It's good to see that he's not just bringing in the players that are like just favourites. He's also like getting players in that are like you normally wouldn't associate with the national team.
Yep. I always have a go at people that complain about the style of play. It's just the way Scotland have to play. Simple.
But that's the thing as well, Stevie. We've actually become more difficult to break down.
The best Scotland teams are like that.
Like, I mean, fair enough. We might not be scoring a lot of goals, but if they can't get to our defence, they're not scoring.
Exactly.
If you keep it tight, you're always in with a shout, aren't you?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Aye, bringing in Shea Adams.
I was inspired. That should have happened long ago, to be fair.
Aye.
He should have had a goal yesterday against Liverpool, but the Liverpool goalie was somehow playing out his skin.
Michael, I know Joseph puts out after a few months.
Is that you seen the Sean Rooney effort, Adam?
Oh,
It
wow.
was, mate. Yeah,
Good strike.
it was a good strike.
At least he tried.
Sean Rooney loves a goal at Hampden, doesn't he?
An acres of space though.
Oh damn! I
didn't think he had that in him on the left peg.
Just side.
Good save by Anik, though.
He's a good goalie, I think.
Aye.
Yeah.
You know, like for the type of the tipping the ball over the bar type, but sometimes he's been quite
I think
close quarters.
I think he was given a rough deal at Ibrox.
Yeah. But in my opinion, the best goalie, out with Alan McGregor this season's been Benjamin Seagrest of Dundee United. Brilliant keeper.
Third most clean sheets in the league, and for the team in the bottom six, he's also got the most saves in the league as well.
It's like you know him, Stevie.
It's like I just done a video about my SPL team of the year, and I researched all this stuff in
So who's second then?
it. Who was second? Was it Joe Lewis? I think it was Joe Lewis.
Fucking how could it be Joe Lewis, man? That guy is
For
bang
the
on.
clean sheets.
What, the second most saves?
Clean sheets.
I think it was Joe Lewis. I think it was Joe Lewis.
Wow.
I mean, Aberdeen's problems when they had that run weren't they really at the back, were they? It was more the fact that they couldn't score a goal.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
They were drawing 0-0 quite a lot.
Suppose that's when you start to turn your head and give credit to the defensive side of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just saying, it's the striker's fault for not scoring, but then you still have to acknowledge the fact that the defenders and the goalkeeper kept a clean sheet.
It's like we said earlier, you keep it tight, you're always in with a shout, and they're ultimately still picking up points whilst not being at their best. That's probably why they're only 3 points behind Hibs. So,
St Johnstone chapping on the door here. There's Daz asking, so Trippier, how do you think he's got a first name? I think England will get another Euros.
England will make it through the groups, believe that they're in with a chance of winning, probably get papped out quarters of the semis.
Pep Doot.
Did you realise that whoever tops our group plays probably either Germany, France, or Portugal in the next round?
All right, so take that back. So they'll make it to the next round and then get papped out.
Oh, that'd be lovely.
It's good that if we finish third as well, we've still got a chance of qualifying because four of the best third place teams go through.
Ah, exactly. It's the best chance we've got.
So that Czech Republic game first.
I was about to say, got to beat them.
I was saying that to somebody. That's the real tone setter. If say Croatia and England draw the day before and then we win against Czech Republic, we're off to a flyer effectively.
You beat Czech Republic, you get a free hit at England.
And then if we win or remain undefeated at Hampden.
Yeah.
Imagine we beat England, boys. I swear to God, man. I don't think I would see sobriety but for about 3 weeks. Honestly.
That's basically us winning the Euros right there.
That's as good as it can get for the really. We're not going to win it. We know we're not going to win it. But let's just enjoy the summer. We've never seen this before. Let's just enjoy it, man.
I would absolutely not, Michael. Not. Absolutely fucking not.
Mm-hmm. Concerning that the quarterfinals onward will be played at Wembley, England are average but have a strong home record. Yeah, but Denmark beat them at Wembley recently. So they're not unbeatable. Definitely not unbeatable.
And whilst I think that this is the best side England have had in a while, I think the English game is so overhyped it is unreal.
Oh, aye.
Definitely.
I completely agree.
I mean, it's promising. It's promising to see 2 English teams in the Champions League final, though.
Yep.
And you obviously had 2 English teams potentially in the Europa League final before Villarreal packed out Arsenal.
That's probably clamped me a wee bit there, hasn't it, to be honest?
but the English game rather than the English national team.
Yeah.
I could see what you mean. The English national team is maybe overhyped, but the English game is. People are starting to really realise that it is probably the best league in the world.
I think what I should have said, to put it better, was the England team is overhyped because of how well the English game is doing because of all the foreign players that are in it. Does that make more sense?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, it's a misconception that because the clubs are
Yeah.
performing so well in Europe, then the national team should automatically be, of that same caliber, but it's not always the case.
Mm-hmm. I can see it being a dull Champions League final. Most big games in that league are boring, says Christopher.
He's probably right, to be fair. I mean, remember like the last All English Champions League final? Liverpool scored like a penalty within 2 minutes, and the game was just shit from there on in.
And then eventually, like at the end, like that period between both goals
was just a slog.
Oh, terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Matthew Robson, you've not missed anything so far. We've got these three weirdos saying that a flighty is no such thing. I mean, there's not been any.
Put it this way, I'd never heard of a flighty before today. So
I'm gonna Google the word flighty just to see what it comes up.
A low-flying aircraft, not a fucking ball that children play with.
Yes, Brian, delighted that Villa are winning at the moment.
But when they get beat, Goggsy will be like, I don't have any connection to Villa whatsoever.
Shut up.
You know, there's Jamie Langfield, old climbers from the stand.
Never forget the day he assaulted John Sutton's elbow.
You basically tried to eat it?
God, I think I've offended Adam there, he's away.
I think the league is a bit overrated. Some of the games are boring. Like, how is Burnley versus Crystal Palace a Super Sunday game? Then it'll probably
That's shy though. That are choosing the games to be Super Sunday games.
I won't have that sort of disrespect towards Crystal Palace. What a team.
Toothpaste. I do have quite a soft spot for Crystal Palace because of one Julian Speroni.
Oh, understandable. Top keeper.
There's Bobby Zamal in the stand there, speaking of goalkeepers. Not top keepers, but there
I was about to say.
Just speaking of goalkeepers.
This is how you said goalkeepers.
What nationality is Bobby Zamal? Czech.
He's Czech,
Polish.
yeah. No, he's Czech.
You say Polish?
I better check Google just to make sure.
Oh my.
He's Czech.
Check it, come on.
Terrible.
Respect, that's all power from Stefan.
Oh, what a save.
So when are you taking? Are you taking Stefan to Tynecastle at some point, Adam?
Yeah, I mean, I might. We'll see.
Adam, is that a good save or a poor miss?
I think it's a decent save, mate. I get what you mean. He should score, but maybe a bit of both.
I think the connection was too sweet. You know how sometimes if you hit that shot, it goes in the top corner?
As a former goalkeeper myself.
No, but like, when you go for this?
No, I was just about to say, like, like the speed that comes at, it's probably a good save more than a bad miss.
Mm-hmm. I just
because the keeper shouldn't have a chance, in my opinion. There.
That's what I mean. So,
yeah, aye.
So see with strikers there, I never understand why they don't hit it the direction that the goalkeeper's coming from.
I go back across him.
Aye, because he's not going to be able to shift his weight, is he? But if you try and put it in the side it's open, he's got a chance of getting there. Do you know what I mean?
No, you're right, mate.
Again, it's the speed that it comes at.
Aye, so it's more on it. It's an instinct finish rather than time to think about where you're placing it.
It's the speed that it comes at because the goalkeeper is coming straight where the ball is and he's not changing for you.
Yeah.
Dad says John McGinn trying to take out Harry Maguire in the Villa United game today in a sort of kamikaze mission so he can't play in the Euros.
No, let me. He shouldn't be doing anything of the kind. Harry Maguire is the reason that we will beat England.
100%. I was about to say, I think you should just leave him. We want Harry Maguire to play.
Just got
It's
to
the
come, hi,
ball.
how you doing, mate? Soften them up. Oh, you're right. Yeah, I've had a good season.
You're my
mate.
you're my best friend.
I'll honestly hope Lyndon Dykes bullies him. Honestly, just bullies him.
London Dykes is the sort of striker that we've been calling out for a while as well. I don't think we've had a player that can hold up the ball and score goals that well since like Stephen Fletcher.
Agreed.
Was there not a concern that he got injured yesterday though for QPR? Did I not see that?
Kenny McLean came off with a boot.
Yeah, I saw that as well.
But I'm not too sure about London Dykes.
I thought Dykes picked up an injury for QPR yesterday. I thought I saw that.
It's a weird feeling, this, isn't it? After every week or every game, you're like, is he all right? Is he going to be fine? Did he pick up an injury?
Well, there we go. It's just that there's an article there. London Dykes and Kenny McLean give Scotland boss Steve Clarke Euro 2020 knee injury worry.
There you go.
No. What?
So
I know he's got a goal in him, right? But he's not a biggest goal threat. But it's what else he does, as Fraz says, bringing other people into the game, winning free kicks, getting you up the pitch. We need that. We need that, especially with the way that we play, the way that we set up. So pivotal.
because he's the only real target man type that Scotland can depend on.
Yeah.
Really. No, I totally agree with that.
Get Kenny Miller and James McFadden out of retirement.
There's a strike partnership if I ever saw one.
What a guy, Kenny Miller, man. Honestly.
Kenny Miller, right? Kenny Miller could run for days for Scotland.
Oh man, run through a brick wall, so he would.
Like he'd always he would always turn up to Scotland games, like friendlies and everything. He'd always be at his best. Big Joe Diggity Dog's asking when is the announcement for the Euro 2021 squad?
June the 1st is the deadline, isn't it?
Yeah,
Boys.
so pretty much between now and June 21st there'll be announcing squads.
Boys,
Yeah.
this game's on BBC.
Is it?
It's on BBC.
I'm watching on
One.
iPlayer. Where are you watching it?
I don't want to give away my source phrase.
On a legal source.
What? Oh,
I didn't realise it was on BBC.
Stevie, what are you watching on?
BBC now.
Where are you watching on?
Premier Sports.
Why? I thought everybody knew this was common knowledge that the game was on national TV.
No.
Well, the game yesterday wasn't, was it?
Oh my god, you guys are borderline retarded.
Keep
Oh,
the
well.
ball.
I'm not even offended by that because it's partly true. So
iPlayer it is.
That's why I said to you, like, is anybody like? I'm pretty sure I said that when we came on. I said,
I was a bit confused by your pundit's phrase.
That's why.
we've had a slow day today.
Anyway,
Wakey.
We've had an absolute flighty, man.
I like a shitey.
It's fine because my legal source is still like 12 seconds ahead of BBC.
What minute are you on?
36:27.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm same as you, Gogs.
Mm.
Oh,
Is indeed a retro Fiorentina top, Murray. Well spotted. Kenny Miller sitting off Chris Boyd would be some partnership. I always thought Chris Boyd would be absolutely amazing for Scotland, but then he got shafted by George Burley.
Oh, he did. George Burley was not the greatest manager.
how dare you? How dare you?
Mate, he left Hearts when you were top of the league.
He got sacked. That's all I'll say. He
Mate.
got sacked by the
Mate.
nutter in charge.
Oh no! Know your place. Know your
What?
facts.
He did
I
get
am-
sacked.
I am pretty sure they gave Craig McHale-Smith. Was it him? No, was it Levine that gave Craig McHale-Smith a cap?
Yeah.
It was Levine, right?
Liechtenstein away.
Still, he gave Chris Walumo a cap, right, mate? That's enough.
The Scottish Test game.
that Norway miss. Oh my goodness.
See, every time that the St Johnstone keep attacking this goal, that's all I think of, Stevie.
But big Chris Walumo.
Yes.
The streets will
The
never
lad from
forget that.
Coatbridge scored on his debut.
Oh,
He's
the
missed
commentary
it!
is
Oh,
amazing.
no!
That collective. Oh no!
I was at the game with my dad, right? I was slightly younger at the time, so my dad's like lifted me up, bouncing about, right? So I sat back down in my wheelchair and I went, why is he going technical kick?
That's when
Oh,
sweaty,
man.
that's when sweaty goals were.
Highlight
Not a
John
thing.
Mitchell's comment 'cause he's bang on. It was Mad
Roman-
Vlad that punted George Burley. I won't have any slander on George Burley at all.
Right, I know this question is so hypothetical, right? If he'd have stayed in Charles, do you think he would have went on to win the league that season?
Potentially.
Because he was absolutely flying, man. I remember Roman Bednar. Oh, what a player, man. What a
Roman
player.
Bednar was just
Scatchel.
mad.
Him and Big Yankowskis up front. Oh,
The fact that
Stevie,
he's got a player
Stevie,
like
please
that.
don't. Please don't. I will start crying.
The fact that he's got a, was it Bruno Aguiar that played in the middle as well?
Oh, wee Bruno. Love Bruno.
I think a lot of people tend to forget that, like Takas Fikas was a Euro 2004 winner, and then Edgaras Jankowskis was a Champions League winner. I think a lot of people
Right.
forget that.
And then a couple of years later, they're playing for us. Oh dear.
I remember Paul Hartley was saying on Open Goal, the win bonus at Hearts was rolling. So if
Yeah.
they won 1 week, they would get X, and then if they won again, they would get X, and then they would get something on top of that.
And like Stevie says, we started that well. I think we won something like the first 8 out of 8. So you wonder what it would have been like come that potential
I think
ninth fixture or whatever.
If I remember correctly, you were unbeaten in your first 10 games.
I think that's right, yeah.
And you went to Parkhead, and I don't know if you get beat 2-1 narrowly, and Romanov just lost the plot, and that's when Burley got the sack.
No, I think Burley got the sack
Before the
was it
Dunfermline game.
prior to playing Dunfermline, yeah.
Aye.
Because I remember, I can't remember who the former
It was
player was,
the
saying
day before.
players were waiting on the bus.
Because I'm sure Romanov wanted to pick a team that day or something, that's right. And Burley was just
Mental,
having none of it. And,
What
oh,
a
it was
screwball.
It was when Paul Hartley saying the Romanov's son used to come in, and they used to call him Rodney. But it was just such a bizarre time, because I remember I was actually I used to go to games sometimes at the Falkirk Stadium, because I'm not far from there. And it was the game where Hearts drew 2 each with Falkirk, but behind the scenes it was absolute carnage. Stephen Presley was not in the team, Paul Hartley was on the bench, Craig Gordon was just in the 11 by no more. That was just days after the Rickerton 3.
Madness,
Right.
mate.
Yeah,
Madness.
I've just come across this thing about George Burley. I've just learned on 10th of
no.
May 2012, Burley was appointed as manager of Cypriot side Apollon Limassol and was sacked after 2 games in charge due to an alleged rift with the club's sporting director.
Is it Romanov?
What did that say? May 2012?
Yeah, 10th of May 2012.
Maybe Mad Vlad had fled by then.
See, he must be one of the most wanted men in the world. When somebody catches him, there'll be so much, so many questions.
Because I think, did he not also win, was it the Russian or the Lithuanian Strictly Come Dancing or something like that as well?
Say Dancing with the Stars.
did you not
Dancing
tell
with the
what?
Stars, that was it.
Did you not tell what? There's a mad story that Billy Brown tells about. He said that he was a Lithuanian basketball champion or something.
There's a video also of him having a proper boxing match with Roman Bednar,
Yeah, this gives me this reminds me of that film with Will Ferrell called Semi-Pro.
Oh man.
His own basketball team, his own stadium, his own
Oh.
record label.
Mate, honestly, even in the short time I've been alive, Hearts have just been a total roller coaster, man. I swear.
A total meme club, man.
It's just patter. It's patter after patter. The banter years have just been continuous.
You want to write a book about it? We could call it Mad Vlad and the the Lithuanian Revolution. Make it happen.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. You're saying that Presley scored in the two each game. I'm trying to find it because I don't think he was playing that day.
Oh my god.
To be honest. Where is it? Where is it?
Who said that? John Mitchell. I can remember a Stephen Presley goal at the Falkirk Stadium, I think. I think that is right. I don't know.
Because I remember being at a game when it was like absolute carnage in the background, like at the club, and like folk were like talking about like Elvis in the stand. Stephen Presley, of course. Aye, so he scored on the 2nd October 2005, but where was the game that I was talking about? I think it might have been the season after.
Maybe. 06 was it? Because let's see. October 05. That would have been in the run because it was the 05-06 start of the 05-06 season. So yeah. Carnage, mate.
Absolute carnage.
Decent ball. He's a back.
Did Stephen Presley do a press conference about Romanov? Stephen Presley was one of the people that done a press conference. And it was also Paul Hartley and Craig Gordon, the Rickerton Three. They basically had their media like press conference like as normal, and then basically like they let the media officer go because he was Lithuanian, and then they basically just unleashed carnage. And that's why they became the Rickerton Three.
You might have noticed me sniggering there when you mentioned Stephen Presley. Anytime I hear his name, I can't help but think to the Thomas Gravison story.
That was fucking hilarious.
When he's in the pool, just holding him under the water. Oh.
They're doing like aqua aerobics, and then like Paul Hartley's saying that like Tommy Gallison's like pretty much drowning Elvis.
But you know Stephen Presley. If you just think of any guy you wouldn't want to do that to, Stephen Presley would be like dead on the list, man. It's just the sheer I don't give a fuck rate of Thomas Gravison just get in and just go.
He's a poker player now, isn't he not?
He's
in Vegas.
He's a poker player, and apparently he's one of the best Call of Duty players in the world at one point.
Wow.
It's like Aidan McGeady was like he used to come up to Aidan McGeady trying to get him to put money into buying a car.
Apparently we drive like a Fiat in the winter as well. Saying it was his winter car. Aye, fucking mad, man. And the best thing about it is like apparently if you ask him about any, he denies everything.
Oh,
Gordon's trying to tell him not to talk to him, and anytime he'd walk in, good morning, Gordon.
I like the other sort of line that Aidan McGeady told when he'd be like calling for the ball, and he'd be like, Tommy's like, don't shout at the shooter, la, I hate it.
Aidan McGeady was talking about going sacking, and then he'd be writing the team on the board, and he'd turn around and go, Aidan, you done something with your hair, son? And he goes, no, Gaffer, how? And he goes, just won them, okay. And he'd go back to doing the team.
If you heard about the story about Paul Caddis, one of Paul Caddis' first training sessions with the Celtic first team, Tommy Gravison goes and grabs a traffic cone and goes, God, Caddy, now, you got this! Oh man, brilliant. I've actually met him, but it was like briefly when I went down to Everton to visit Faddy.
That's a good question, Joseph. Sorry, which players are nutcase at your club? Paul McGowan. Need I say any more?
Jason Cummings.
We haven't really seen Jason Cummings too much, Jason Cummings doing anything out of the ordinary. To be honest,
That's yet to come, though, isn't it? 100%.
When the restrictions are lifted, he'll be an absolute head case.
And I was going to say, if Dundee go up as well.
To bring him back to. There you go.
No, I was just going to say Jason Cummings will be in the dressing room at Rugby Park in his scants.
To be slightly more professional, I think every dressing room needs a player like that.
Yeah, 100%.
Needs a player like that.
I can't think of anyone at our club being an absolute nutcase, but that's because
Tony Watt, man, I'm telling you, Tony Watt.
I had Tony Watt in my head as a bit of a screwball.
I mean, yeah, Tony's a bit strange at times, but
and I can tell you from first-hand experience of seeing him in a dressing room when my dad was a coach at Celtic. Declan Gallagher is an absolute joker, mate. Honestly, he's such a wind-up.
Oh yeah.
See, they always say that the goalie's so cool, calm, and collective, on the pitch. But see, off the pitch, it wouldn't surprise me if most teams his nutcase as a goalkeeper.
Oh.
We used to say that at Liverpool, Pepe Reina was an absolute nutter. He'd be comedic genius, just hitting out with patter.
That was actually a good question for Joseph there. What the fuck?
First for everything, eh? First for everything from the chief.
BBC, mate.
Not Premier Sports.
I'm thinking Stephen Naismith would be mental. Big Nandwili looks a bit mad as well, when he's chilling in the car and he's listening to Pink and he's giving it all that with his fucking dreads bouncing everywhere.
Do you remember Colo Tourey's interview when they were asking him what's his favourite song, and he was like, "What's your favourite song by the Supporters?" But he misinterpreted it as, "What's your favourite song?" He goes, "Don't laugh, eh? I like Whitney Houston." Hey, don't laugh, eh?
Colo, what a guy, man.
Can you imagine he's an absolute part of merch? So I can imagine him telling jokes before the Leicester team go out.
Just imagine Leicester get to the Champions League final. Colo's just cracking jokes 5 minutes before we do it.
I forgot that he was still part of Brendan Rodgers' coaching team. He's
the first team coach.
Yeah.
If you don't heard, he's a good young player, mate.
Great character.
Speaking of nutcases, you get players that are so mad off the park, but see when it comes to on the pitch, they're just so focused. Scott Brown's definitely one of them. He's so you can see him when things are going well, he's the first one that's the party animal, but see when it's game day, he's proper focused. And Jamie Vardy at Leicester, he's obviously the whole chat shit band gimmick and Red Bulls before games and all that, but when he's on his game, he's one of the best players in the country.
I just love how Jamie Vardy seems to get faster with age.
It's mad. You don't need
quicker and quicker that.
Sometimes you forget how old he actually is.
I know. It's because how late he burst on the scene.
Yeah. Duncan Ferguson. On the pitch, nutter. Off the pitch, apparently one of the nicest guys in football. In terms of supporter interaction.
Yeah. I hate this because I hate name dropping and I hate telling stories. I just think it's showing off.
Oh no, you love it.
No, I don't.
You love it.
I don't. I trust me, I really don't. I was on off the ball twice, by the way. No, can on.
Really? Oh, really?
But no, I was at an Everton game in Duncan Ferguson. It was a nice gesture, but I'm like, why is he giving me this? This is horrible. He gave me his sweatband that he was wearing during the game.
Aww.
That's well random. I read that though.
Like,
Oh, that's well random. What the fuck?
John Mitchell also says David Goodwillie was a nutter. Well,
it's weird when you're disabled. You tend to get a lot of gifts. It's amazing.
Right, you do, mate.
Make a wish. Come on.
Oh man.
Anyway.
They wanted you to sniff it, Stevie.
Sniff my sweatband, Stevie boy. Yeah, sniff it.
Get
See
on
me
with-
fair. See Gordon Duncan Ferguson. I'm name drop him again. Tell me to fucking sniff his sweatband. I'd probably
Oh,
do
you're
it.
doing it.
I'm doing it, but how long do you want me to sniff it for, Dunk? You know what I mean?
Solid half hour. Smell the bun, Stevie. Lee Griffiths.
Where do we think Lee Griffiths will go? Because there's talk of Aberdeen, isn't there?
Aberdeen, I think.
I think he'll go Hibs.
I don't think he'll go to Hibs.
He's a Hibs fan, is he not?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It depends if they always need it for me.
What do you mean? Jason Cummings is a Hearts fan, and that's the rumour every single window. But
I think if Nisbet leaves, Griffiths would be the likely replacement that they would go for, just as a short-term fix. They would be cheap. But Aberdeen with the Scott Brown move would be sensible. Well, what the other show in the 1991 Cup final between Motherwell and Dundee United?
Oh aye. That was some time to be alive. That was -8.
I was about to say, you remember it well.
I remember it well. Oh yes. And the 52 Cup final against Dundee.
No pun intended. Classic.
They were also showing the Curtis Main goal against Aberdeen, the one to make it 3-0 earlier on. Enjoyed that.
I'm putting myself on mute now because I want to listen to this.
Enjoy. Meanwhile,
It's not on the new. I think it's on later. God, they're doing a programme on
Oh,
it.
he's got the classic mug. Right, that.
You've been mugged off, boy.
Goggsy probably calls it something else. It's probably not a mug to Goggsy. Probably
My
calls
drink
it
holder.
Hot drink holder.
My liquid carton.
Liquid carton. Fuck.
liquid storage device.
my juice box.
Is that what they call LSD now?
Oh, I was going to catch
Liquid
that
storage device.
one. Wow.
Oh dear. Picked up the vernacular.
This game's been that shite that we've started talking about LSD, man. We even have time.
You brought that up.
I'm very sorry. Goggsy, why'd you have to have a drink, man? We're never going to go to this.
Oh, of course.
Hampden looks so different there.
It does, doesn't it?
Like, my dad was at a cup final back in the day in 1964, and he keeps saying like 136,000 people there. Like, I just cannot comprehend 136,000 people being at Hampden.
That is bonkers.
Absolute bonkers.
Graham Caldwell says, "What's your thoughts on Josh Doig winning the Scottish Writers' Young Player of the Season?" I've not noticed Josh Doig at all this season.
There you go. There's one from the diary, Goggsy. 10:30 on Friday. BBC Scotland are doing like a programme on it. wee short documentary type thing.
Oh, nice.
Oh, is that part of the Scottish Cup Classics?
Yeah.
Didn't they show it
Yeah.
last year as well?
No,
Makes
but
more sense to show it this year because it's 30 years.
they're actually interviewing people about the game and then showing
Oh,
clips of it, I
excellent.
think. So it's not like.
I mean, I had an idea of doing that, but that was only if Motherwell were actually still in the cup at this point.
Preston Paradise sweet.
Because it's 9 days till the 30th anniversary. But no,
Well, we're just listening to Tony Fitzpatrick spitting shite. You're talking shite. You're talking shite. You're talking shite.
To be fair, that was me in the summer when he said that St Mirren could finish top 6, and then it very nearly happened. So,
Joe said it was Celtic versus Leeds. Knowledge.
Norwich. So why was Celtic playing Leeds at Hampden?
Why not?
yeah,
I think it was like a semi-final or something.
Is it no European Cup semi-final?
That'll be it then.
I think it was the Fairs Cup.
I was about to say it's weird having a music festival at Hampden.
A music festival?
Leeds.
Oh God.
my goodness.
Do you know what I was watching? Speaking of Hampden, Steve, sorry again. Speaking of events at Hampden, Mike Tyson's fought at Hampden and he's come back fight.
For the whole 10 seconds or something?
32 actually.
Oh.
His comeback fight was at Hampden.
Aye. In 2000. I'm
Yep.
sure it was.
Why?
Lose Cervesi. I don't know why. But I pretty much like knocked the boy in the first 10 seconds. He got up and then he knocked him again. And then the referee was trying to intervene. And then Mike Tyson ended up punching the referee.
Oh wow.
Some laugh, honestly. Watch it. Good crack.
In Glasgow.
Okay,
Glasgow.
Rob 1989. Sorry, I missed the first half. Was getting the weekly shopping. You didn't miss anything apart from.
Nah, it's been pretty boring to be honest with you, K-Rob.
I'll sum it up for you. There was a penalty shout for St Mirren. Good save was Ander Clark, and then Anik tipped one the other bar as well. And that was literally it in the first
And
half.
these wallopers don't think a flighty is a real thing.
Oh, for fuck's sake, drop this.
Oh, you're nearly as bad as Stefan with this whole pickle malarkey.
Drop this, Dolce.
We're not here to take part, we're here to take over.
On about gherkins on his burgers. No, that's what a pickle is.
No.
You numpty.
You get a gherkin, you look at it and then throw it across McDonald's.
How
Get to it.
Lob it to the other side.
Either that or you just don't ask for a gherkin on your burger.
I'm not going to comment.
But please do.
No, go on, Stevie.
Because
No, go on.
I'll get fucking caned if I say it.
Oh,
You
well,
have gherkins on your burger, don't you?
No,
Yeah.
he calls them pickles.
I like gherkins
I am shocked in a pot.
on the burger. I like them. Not too many.
And is that what you call them? Gherkins?
Well, it's
Gherkin?
a pickle, but it's a pickle, isn't it?
God.
Oh, sorry?
It's
Sorry?
a pickle, but gherkin.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, no,
Aye.
that's fine. I'll clip
Aren't
that.
gherkins and
That's grand,
pickles
thank you.
completely different things?
But it's
Oh my god, here we go.
fucking hell here. The can of worms has just been scattered everywhere.
Oh shit, son! Here we go. We're on our way. I know this has been a thing for like a while now, but what do you think of the one-man kickoff?
Hate it.
I don't mind.
Doesn't really bother me. I don't really have any emotion towards it. It's a kick-off.
I don't like it.
I think it's quite tactical. You know, it can be
I
a
don't-
tactical decoy.
I actually like it because beforehand you actually had to kick the ball forward, and then you'd have to go back anyway to pass to a teammate.
It doesn't make any sense having two players doing it, to be honest. It's 1-1 at Aston Villa. Bruno Fernandes with a penalty for Man United.
I got the notification.
Rain is wet.
All right.
Grass is green, sky is blue.
All the leaves are well. Sorry.
Okay, Rob saying looking forward to finding out who we get in the final. Of course, he's a Hibs man. Who would you want in the final? Who would you want in the final, mate? Would you want St Johnstone to get revenge for the League Cup semi?
I'd prefer to get St Mirren.
But
So
you're
would
not. You're not. Your team's not in the final. There's a good question from Murray Grierson. He's saying Athletic for the league, Adam.
Nah, I'd probably be Barca.
What was the score last night, by the way? Oh,
No,
yesterday. Shitfest. Much.
Good. It was a better result for Atleti than it was for Barca.
The mattress makers.
Ah, for goodness sake. Buffering again, man.
Oh, shame, Gogsy. Should try and watch on WBC.
Fuck off, it's 2-1 Man United.
I'm not an Aston Villa fan, Emma. It says I'm an Aston Villa fan. I have no involvement with them whatsoever.
Oh, that's good because I got United on a wee treble.
Who else is on the treble?
West Ham and Arsenal.
West Ham.
They'll be off.
You know when Spencer goes, Irons.
I like West Ham.
Revenge is nice, but either way, we can't take that points for granted. We all need to turn up and not assume we will win this, but I'm optimistic we will.
Yeah, I think it's Hibs' year. Said that since probably since the Old Firm drew one another. Horrible.
I think it's just good to see that team that's two teams in the final that's not the Old Firm. Guaranteed. Makes for a far better competition in the wider scale.
Shut up, Michael Presley.
As you tell Michael, bow your head, son.
I will find you. I will kill you.
I'll use your head as a speed bump, my boy.
Oh, well, I'll use your head as a speed bump, my boy.
You are not part of the Pass the Mic panel, but Stevie, like for a period of time, used to do Sean Connery impressions. Adam,
That did not happen.
Was that before or after he unfortunately passed away?
He's dead now. He's dead in the water.
all right, Mr. Intense.
What's it?
Michael, did you catch us talking about your old man earlier on?
Elvis or Stephen?
Elvis.
They're both the same person.
The daddy. Morning, chaps.
Morning, chaps. Fucking white man, pal.
His voice is so pissed, man. I remember Stephen Presley was the first person that I heard getting called a nonce at a football game. Like it was Falkirk versus Dundee, and Barry Smith, who was our manager at the time, used to just wear a tracksuit, and then Stephen Presley was there with his brown brogues, and then like he was arguing with the fourth official, and then the Dundee supporter behind me was just like, "Oh, you go, Presley, you fucking brogue wearing nonce."
You're brogue wearing nonce.
Oxford's not brogues.
That game was a weird one. Like this wee boy also thinking that every Falkirk player was called Clark Erickson because of the sponsor on the back. Even though we had Scott Fivey on the back. Sure, I knew this. Falkirk. Falkirk having another year in League One.
It's an absolute disgrace, isn't it? I mean, it is a laugh, but my goodness.
Is this no like the first time in over 15 years where Celtic haven't won at least one title in a season?
Was it not like 2010 they didn't win a league or a cup because Tony Mowbray was the manager?
So who won the league? It would have been Rangers. Scottish Cup was United. League
That's
Cup
right.
was. It would have been Rangers again.
Don't need
Maybe.
to did terrible.
Falkirk fans are a weird bunch, strange bunch. Like they are a bit weird. Like I keep my distance with them.
Keep them at arm's length.
Pretty much. I remember Stephen Kingsley giving Stephen Kingsley's debut for Falkirk at Dens,
Aye.
and he got ragdolled.
By Nicky Riley, was it?
Yep, so much so that Stephen Presley had to take him off because he was tormented, and then they put on the other left back, and he was getting threatened. He wanted to come off as well, but they took the left midfielder off.
And now you see the player that Stephen Kingsley's developed into. What a talent.
Stephen Kingsley's a brilliant player. Fantastic.
What a player.
I mean, he was my left back in the draft that I done with Ross. Along with another Hearts individual that I had, I also had Craig Gordon.
Oh, nice choices, mate.
I just know who's good players in Football Manager. Unlike Ross, who put Joe Lewis, and Joe Lewis ended up kicking a ball off Lewis Ferguson's back and scoring a goal. Football Manager mechanics doing Football Manager things.
Graham Colwell says, don't mention the 2010 League Cup final for us.
Was that the one, sorry, in advance, was that the one that Rangers won 1-0, but they were down to like 9 men?
I'm pretty sure Billy Merritt spoke to me about that final as well. Because they beat Adams Hearts at Far Park in the semi.
Thanks for that, mate.
Yeah, you're welcome, mate.
Everyone's getting pissed off today.
Fucking flighty.
You're getting pissed off. You're getting pissed off. Everybody gets pissed off.
I hate football, mate. We don't need it. What are we doing here? This is needless.
I don't think this game qualifies as football right enough.
No,
I mean,
there's so much more we could have done with our Sunday afternoon.
You see that St Johnstone player? Who was that trying to like slice the ball away and it falling in his arse?
I don't know.
Sorry, Graham. Sorry,
Is it Sean Rooney?
probably.
Well, that was a nasty tackle by Witherspoon there. Spinny.
Big Dave.
Spinny.
He's been at St Johnstone for a while, though.
He was at Hibs before, wasn't he?
He was.
See the socks, by the way, that St Johnstone wear? It's like an optical illusion. It's giving me the headache.
Still find it funny how David Witherspoon's a Canadian international.
He plays in the same team as Alphonso Davies.
Oh my god.
And Scott Arfield.
And Jonathan David.
And Fraser Laird.
Fraser Laird, yeah.
Fraser.
And Marcus Abel, once of the great Dundee.
And Fraz still creating a YouTube channel.
If you want.
Aye, sure.
Do you want to add me on Snapchat and see what I get up to?
Is Adam even on PTM if he's not having Iron Brew?
Listen, that's a stream tradition now. This 1901 Iron Brew. Love it, mate.
Vintage. Cheeky wee vintage.
No spoilers really, but Colin Quaynor has just replaced Dennis for St Mirren.
Not to be confused with Dennis of Club Rouge.
Aye.
He's a past the mic hero.
Yeah, he is.
Who was it that couldn't pronounce his other name?
Would have been
Matthew.
He shot out at pronouncing names in general, to be fair.
He did. Bonaventure.
Martin Boyle plays for Australia. I definitely think Scotland missed an opportunity there.
Mm-hmm. We were crying out for a proper winger.
We were, but we move on. Can we talk about how the fact that David Wallaceman plays alongside Alphonso Davies at international level. How baffling that is.
Such a mixed bag in it. Jonathan David, Alfonso Davies, Fraser Aird.
Where is Fraser Aird these days?
I think he's playing in the Canadian League now.
Blame Canada. Sorry. Any shape pop hundred there.
It's Canada Day, up Canada way. Morning.
Yeah, I was born on Canada Day.
Blame Canada.
For anyone that gives an absolute toss, Fraser Aird plays for FC Edmonton.
There we go.
So was he getting capped for Canada when he was playing for Cove Rangers?
He is one ugly looking boy, isn't he, man?
Who?
Oh, Fraser Aird, man, Jesus Christ.
Could you imagine the squad selection? You know, like under like the social media, the Canada national team. Like you've got Alphonso Davies, Bayern Munich, Fraser Aird, Cove Rangers. Just Canadians asking who Cove Rangers are.
Imagine that. How would you? I fucking said that about 4 times there.
How much do you get to spout?
I know. Come on. Anyway, how was your game at the weekend, Fraser? I fucking played up in Cove. How was your game against Dortmund? Alfonso Davies.
Big Fraser Aird playing against joiners and plumbers, whereas Alphonso Davies trying to man mark one of the best young players in the world.
Yeah, we said that earlier, Graham. Scott Arfield playing for Canada.
Good player. Good player for the Rangers. When he wants to be, anyway.
Underrated.
I mind when he scored a belter for Falkirk at Hamilton in 2009, I think.
You forget that Scott Arfield did start at Falkirk, eh? His career's kind of done like a big massive loop.
He still calls John Hughes gaffer.
It's just respect, Coxie.
Shut up.
Nothing more to it than that. Respect. Scott Arfield, 32 years young. Canadian international.
This game really has been absolutely dire, hasn't it?
Next goal wins, I say.
Yeah. I say we just go for golden goal now.
Could you imagine if the referee, like it was 0-0 at 60 minutes, the referee goes, golden goal, let's go.
Calls the players in. Calls the players into the middle. Right, I've had enough of this shit. There's people watching this.
That would be brilliant though if you brought the 22 players in and right, we're gonna have a vote. What do you want to do? Do you want to continue battling shit out each other for the 90 minutes and then go to extra time and penalties? Or do you want to do golden goal? Murray Grierson saying, "Hi, what a rule that was." I lost a lot of good friends to golden goal on FIFA. Football Manager had golden goal. Probably wouldn't be here.
Just get that image of, remember Angry German Kid was a sensation on YouTube and he would just start smashing the keyboard. That's just Fraz golden goal, Football Manager.
Pretty much.
Oh man.
Daz says, Adam, mind we signed Oshaniwa based on the fact he tackled Messi once in a game. That reminds me of Romanov, without even being in the Romanov era at that point.
Was that the Japanese boy?
God.
No,
he was Nigerian. Yeah, and because he'd man-marked Messi at the World Cup I think Messi, Argentina won it 1-0, I think, against Nigeria with a last-minute Messi free kick. But this boy was maybe shit hot, being linked with Celtic and all that. Highly anticipated. We thought finally we've got a left back that's been a problem position for years, and he was up there with one of the worst I've ever seen.
Wait, first name Juwon
Oshaniwa, that's him.
Yeah.
Terrible.
What?
Pretty sure
Ju
Lionel
one,
Ingber
one,
completely
one, Ju
ripped
one,
the deal.
one.
Yes, it is, John.
He's back in the Nigerian league now. Jesus.
Surprised he's still playing.
Oh, I'm like the Japanese boy that you had last season, Mishino. Is he back at Man City?
He is on loan in Portugal. I think it's Rio Ave. I think he's at. But yeah, he's still with City, I think, sort of long term.
City. Back in a minute. I need to walk around and like clear my head over this shit game.
Oh dear me.
Juwon Oshiniwa, yeah, Jesus.
That's good thing with that, miss.
PTSD.
Oh! How's he not scored that?
I was discussing Dermis with somebody recently. I think it was Dev saying that I'd certainly take him. He always looks a threat whenever I've watched St Mirren.
I would take him as well. That's a sitter. That is a sitter. Did any of you notice my facial expressions? No.
Yeah, I wouldn't even count that as a shot on target.
I'm waiting. I was waiting for the chance to come once Goggsy had said it. Murray Grierson, that would be Joe Pereira, who is now on loan at Huddersfield Town, is supposedly earning £20,000 a week and is the worst goalkeeper I have ever seen in the flesh.
He conceded 7 against Norwich the other week.
Yeah, saw that. Absolutely no surprise. There was some ridiculous stat that was thrown about by one of the Hearts podcasts with the amount of shots that he'd faced and goals that he'd conceded. So I'll get that up, but yeah, it's an absolute shocker.
Oh man, the boys in the last chat are calling Quaver because he's got a Quaver toe because he missed that. Brilliant. That is brilliant, man. Big Colin Quaver. Oh, brilliant.
Gamble, Ewan. What should we do? Gamble. St Mirren are going to rue these missed chances.
Yeah.
It's got that feeling about it, doesn't it?
Have you seen the list of players that have been released by Falkirk?
Is that a lot?
Jay Cantley, Akil Francis, Morgaro Gomez, Aidan Laverty, Robbie Leach, Scott Mercer, Connor Salmon, the Fish himself, and Josh Todd.
Josh Todd.
There's a This Is My Story stat regarding Joe Pereira. A period where we played St Johnstone, Kelly and Celtic, he faced 17 shots on target and conceded 14 goals. That's how bad he actually is.
Fuck me, man. 14 goals in 3 games.
Fucking
so an average of, what, 4 point...
It's the shots that he faced, though. He only saved 3 of them.
Aye, see if you faced say 94 shots and conceded 14, you'd probably be like, that's no bad. But the fact that you faced 17 and conceded 14.
Yeah.
Wait, what were the scores, Adam, out of interest?
He's crying now.
Sorry, mate. I had to get that there. I think we lost. It was 3-2 at home to Kelly, if my memory serves me. 5-0 away at Celtic. So that leaves what? Another
6.
You can't have conceded 6 against Kelly.
No, it said a period where we played St Johnstone, Kelly, Celtic.
Oh,
I think that's maybe another. I might be missing a game or two anyway, but we certainly lost 5-0 to Celtic at Parkhead. I think 3-2 at home to Kelly. We were 3-0 down, and that was awful. St Johnstone, I think we drew 3 each. So it must be missing another game, but even
was that the game that was it? Ollie Lee scored in the last minute.
Sean Cleary equalised last minute. Yeah.
You win.
Sean
Terrible.
Clayton, man.
You're right, Fraz. We probably will rue these missed chances. That's been our Achilles heel this season. Lack of goals.
Ewan Stars, yes, Sam was actually on my podcast a couple of weeks ago.
Sam's a good friend of us.
He's a friend of the channel.
He's a friend of ours. Can't just keep saying that everybody's a friend of the channel because they turn their head in your direction. That boy down the street looked at me. Is he a friend of my channel, I wonder? Nah, Sam's a good guy. I do like his videos as well. He's quite informative about the Scottish game.
I noticed he was at Kelty Brora the other day. So, yeah, seems a good guy.
Guilty Hearts.
He's one of the few English people I've come across that's actually invested in the Scottish game.
Agreed. Nothing worse than an English person telling you about the Scottish game. Slogged that. Sorry, I got a catch in my throat there, boys. You got a catch in the throat.
I thought Adam was going to add his 50 pence in there, but he actually just.
I was like, you got a catch in your throat at all?
Just a lick off, boys.
That was anticlimactic.
Sorry to disappoint.
What a shite cold, man. Jesus Christ. Oh no. Bit like this game.
That's what I was going to say, a bit like this game. Been absolute woeful. Pardon me. Richard Tate coming off, that's quite surprising.
John Conley, is it?
Yeah.
The English being so arrogant is why I don't watch English football. Did Kelty go straight into Division 2 after they beat Brora over the 2 legs? No, they have to play Brecon. They have to play Red Bull Brecon, Stephen Clotharp.
So technically, yes, they do go straight into the league, but
If they don't beat Brecon, then they don't deserve it.
No.
Not obviously.
Because they are pants.
Imagine they kind of just went, right, you never beat Brecon. You can never be promoted to League 2. If you win the league, I'll go to second place. I'm in Thogden's video when he was at the Edinburgh Derby. I ripped out me for that.
don't worry, that is not a spoiler, that comment.
Fuck, I've blocked Stephen Colfer by accident. Go on, block him. God say he'd done that by accident.
That's not a spoiler.
Lockdown.
Alright, I'll call out any fake spoilers, right?
Yeah.
Since
What's
I'm
he talking
live, that he's just trying to be a wind up. Big Bogdan.
Big Baldy Bogdan.
Big Adam Bogdan.
Oh my
Remember
God.
him? Remember him?
St Johnstone have had 19 shots in this game to St Mirren's 4.
Where on earth are they getting 19 from?
I don't know. I'm shocked, that's why I raised it.
I remember that the monk. It was pathetic the way that he worded that thumbnail. The video. He thought it was all kicking off because like over nothing really. Ridiculous. Kelty Hearts, the only Hearts to beat Brora. Oh, hey!
Ha
Can I get a hail fucking hail?
ha! Ha!
Ha!
Ha!
Do you know what would be one of the worst nightmares in Scottish football? Would be if they installed AstroTurf at the National Stadium. That'd be like the beginning of
Why
the
would
end
they
of the
do
world.
that?
Lee Barrett, they're doing the Premier Sports Cup instead. Whatever that means.
Just the Joshua people, Adam, like be like troll the fuck out of people.
I need to do some more research on this Premier Sports Cup.
It's just the League Cup.
I know, but I don't know if they're going to do the same sort of group stage because
It must be the same format, surely. I literally think they are just changing the name.
We've got 5 teams in the Europe this season now, so
Wondering who's going to like be in then.
Yeah.
Kelty, Brora.
Surely they're going to have to restructure because before it was like 4 teams. Oh, it's 1-0 St Johnstone. Chris Kane of all people.
Thanks for that.
What a scummy guy, by the way, man.
Oh, no spoilers, no spoilers. Then he just goes and spoils it all. Thanks,
I'm watching the game.
I'm watching the game, guys. That was a shit.
I held my end of the bargain. I seen that.
Exactly.
Well done, Stevie. Bye, Gogsy. Spoilers will not be tolerated. That's bullshit, mate. That's bullshit. But as I say, like earlier, St Mirren, saw these missed chances.
Yep.
Coming back to bite them in the arse.
It was a nice finish for Chris Kane, though, wasn't it?
Oh,
well worked goal. Aye.
Yeah. It's
Jack Hannock's just like, oh, for fuck's sake.
I mean, I didn't spoil it.
You got Joe Martello in his net. Weirdo, man.
Yeah,
Oh, well.
I know that part, but Murray, the problem is now we've got 5 instead of 4 previously, so...
As long as the Perthshire Saints can recreate their Hampden heroics against Hibs, then I don't mind.
Lower your tone, please. Hold your voice.
That's a great touch.
Not too keen on that goalkeeper top. Bit too orange. Taking inspiration from the Rangers goalie top, I would seem.
There we go. Oh, he's been absolutely clobbered.
He's been absolutely manhandled. It looks like St Mirren are losing it, man. Like, mentally now.
Yeah. They just don't do semi-finals, do they? They beat by Livingston. Now they're 1-0 down against St Johnstone.
Oh,
A game against Livingston was just... That was even worse than this game, to be honest with you.
I know.
To be fair, I mean, it's just that it seems like it's a case of what if for St Mirren this season as well. The 2 semis, obviously the top 6. It's got to be a sore one.
It's kind of like the opposite of St Johnstone. You know, one Saints having a good... There's another goal, I guess.
I'm assuming it's this free kick.
Like Dave. Yeah, pick that out, by the way. Fucking hell.
Wait till you see the replay. The goalkeeper should save it for me. It's fairly central with it one.
Greg Middleton picked that out. That's
goalie should save it.
Sorry.
It's in the middle of the goal.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care if you've got this copyright, Spencer FC, but that's a misery compiler.
Indeed it is. I'm surprised Glenn Middleton didn't get a start, to be honest, because he netted the winner against Hibs, last week?
The keeper ducks.
You should save it. It's right in the middle of his goal. It's not in the corner.
Sorry. It looked better
better
than it was. Like, the first time round, when you see it, it looks better than it was. But yeah, that's the game done.
That last replay shows it the best, but...
They've just brought on Eamon Brophy. Do you ever remember being at Kilmarnock and the announcer would go, Eamon, the Wolf, Brophy?
Too late. Too late for Eamon Brophy now.
Should have brought him on at 0-0. 4 shots in the game.
I'm 65% sure that Hibs will win the cup, but St Johnstone always.
St Johnstone have always been our sticky team as well.
No way. Oh, is that a VAR review? Oh,
what?
No way. Right, no, I'm going to put him on my right.
Right.
See, Nice were down to 10 men, so I was like, oh, that's it done. They're winning 3-2. So I was waiting on St Johnstone. So they've scored and it's 2-0 to them. Then I was waiting on Torino with 10 minutes to go. They were 0-0. They went 1-0 up with 5 minutes to go. And then Verona have equalised with 2 minutes to go.
Jesus.
And Man U are obviously winning. And then I would just be waiting on West Ham and Arsenal later on. For
How much was that for Stevie Boy?
240 quid.
Ouch.
I thought it was done, so I was like, alright. But fuck me.
See, when you were saying it's a case of what if for St Mirren, Adam, it's like quite contrasting between the both Saints. You know, like St Johnstone obviously top 6, and then potentially 14 minutes away from another cup final.
Yeah.
But I mean, like you've got St
man.
Mirren who crash out at the semi-final and don't make the top 6. So,
wonder if there's a little sort of, I don't want to say a rivalry developing, but St Mirren must really hate St Johnstone now for basically pissing all over their season. In other words, because it was them that nicked obviously the top 6. Now they've knocked them out the Scottish.
They're basically shitting their kit.
They have. They well and truly have.
I think today though St Mirren have been their own worst enemy, like not taking chances.
It was the same.
It's like you said. It's a classic case of if you don't take your chances, you will get punished, and ultimately that's just been the case, isn't it?
Since make chances,
since that Quainer chance, it's just
yeah, that was the big one.
They haven't looked like scoring. Oh, what a save! No, honestly, what a save that is.
I'm about to see it now, I believe.
That's how I swear to you. That's not bad, that.
Whoever did that sounded like Darth Vader there.
Oof.
Right, who's breathing? Just on Glasgow Live, Hampden talked up as potential Champions League venue by Michael Gove, who's like, what?
Yeah,
I noticed all the stick that Villa Park was getting about it. I think that's harsh, to be fair.
What is Villa Park? Who play there?
Fraz, I thought you were going to say Michael Cole there, mate. That's what I got.
Michael Cole. What do you think of that, Tank? Not quite, Stevie. Not quite.
How did that happen? I'm watching this, obviously I'm watching my account, right? So Man U have made it 3-1. Aston Villa dangerous attack. It goes red, it goes grey, so I'm thinking, oh, Aston Villa have obviously scored. And then it comes up Aston Villa red card.
Dad says, well, it's no looking like 11 Nelson Johnson, but I was close enough. Only the 9 goals out. Nah, K-Rob, it's all over, mate.
Nah, it's done. This is done.
It is done.
St Mirren could play all day and no score.
It's still
See with the chances that they've missed.
Mm-hmm. Like the Quainer one, oh my god.
Two very similar semi-finals in it. The way they panned it,
It's been shit though.
Mm-hmm.
The fact they had to wait that long to get an opener here.
Oh, that's another chance he should be scoring. Again. I'm not surprised. He's got a head like a 50p piece.
Oh my god, he has got to score that. It's a decent ball in. Is it Marcus Fraser up from the back supporting?
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I think they've only got themselves to blame for taking Richard Tate off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The collective hands to the heads there. Sorry, from Joe Shaughnessy and Dermis on the replay.
That Quainer is genuinely a donkey.
What did you have for dinner?
I don't know. We've not been told the punchline. Not going to sleep over it though.
Torino can go and suck her for that one.
Wow.
Score. Mate, you know what? There's only 5 minutes to go and they still don't win the game. And then a team that had only 10 men go and win 3-2 after being 2-1 down. With 10 men. Oh, when your luck's no in, your luck's no in, I tell you.
He's actually passed that out of play. Oh.
That way where you just want a game to finish and time just drags and drags and drags.
It's nothing against either of the teams. It's just
No,
not been the
it's
best
just-
spectacle.
No. It's not, has it?
No.
Absolute shit.
I'm so hungry, man. Dinner time.
If he was mad, that's only like 5-4. Is it kicked off early? Fuck's me ahead.
Off.
There's Big Joe
Joseph.
Diggity Dog suggesting what you should be saying.
Stop trying to put words in my mouth, Joseph.
Take it easy, Chief.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's going on here, Chief? Enjoy your night, mate.
There's a centre half a right. Josh Kerr, good player.
He's a decent player.
Jason Kerr.
Jason Kerr.
Jason.
I think I've told this stream numerous times, but yeah, used to terrorise me at school for being a Jambo because he's a big Hibs fan, he and his brother.
Mm.
Is that your claim to fame?
It's one of several for us, yes. Apart from the fact that I also present Sports Scene. Yeah.
Played for one of the best teams in Europe in Atletico Madrid.
Here in Trippier.
Scored in a World Cup semi-final.
And you're also 1/3 of the strike partnership that United currently play with.
One of the most prolific strikers in Air United's history. Just a multi-talented individual.
It's a bold comment there, but it probably could happen. K-Rob saying
Oh.
we'd like Chelsea to come to Hibs if they sell Porteous.
Yeah, I could see that, K-Rob. Definitely. Jason and all his mates, big Hibs fans.
This season could end with both national trophies being won by a team with Ben Red across the front of the kit. Wow.
And we've got a goal back.
It's too late for that carry on.
What a game this has been, by the way, I tell you. Amazing.
It's been an absolute classic, Stevie boy.
An absolute slobberknocker.
Squeaky bum time for St Johnstone.
Well, my 2-1 St Johnston's looking good.
Yeah.
The comeback goes on.
Whoever said earlier Saints 2, Saints 1 is right on the money.
No, no.
But whoever said 11
No, they
now
aren't.
to Johnston?
No, they aren't.
Sorry, but you're out.
No, they aren't.
They had the home team winning 2-1, so they're wrong.
Who is it? It's got like Conor McCarthy, is it?
Yes, Daz,
Yeah.
we're watching the game, mate.
Do you think that St Mirren have the momentum to get a second though?
I don't know. I just think it's going to be interesting to see how much time's added on because it's just going to be shaky.
Well, they
Just get-
Johnson.
they just
That
took
one-
Chris Kane off.
It's too little, too late, though. Eh? I don't
Do you
know.
know that mentality? But we've seen the drama out of the Scottish Cup. We thought it was St Johnstone when Rangers scored late on in extra time, and then you thought it in Kilmarnock's at many points as well. It's just
Yeah, that's true.
multiple hubs. It's maybe been a wee theme with this competition, where it's just
Mhm.
A bit bold from St Johnstone taking Chris Kane off. I know it's obviously that Cam Davidson's probably thinking that they've won this, but imagine if they go into extra time, they took one of their best strikers off. Oh, they've thrown Big Joe Boy up front.
this is kitchen sink material.
Mhm.
Oh, that was just wide as well.
Have St Johnstone got another striker on the bench? I don't think they do they?
Well, they just brought O'Halloran on.
No, but I'm saying because Malamed he's off as well, isn't he?
Yep.
So there's no other striker to come on. So it's a case of seeing it out, or O'Halloran's just up there on his Todd.
Sander Clark raging.
Mm. Indeed.
Quite rightly so.
Fraz has been asked if he'll be on Wednesday to cover the Dundee Wraith Rovers game.
Maybe.
We'll see, mate. We'll see.
All will be revealed in due course.
That's a sign of a good goalkeeper, the rage. Yeah. See if a goalkeeper doesn't have aggression, he's shite. And that's just fact. Like, see if a goalie can't blow a fuse, or command his box. Just why are you a goalkeeper?
Goalkeepers that cannot organise defences, you're right, mate, honestly. My goalkeeper needs to be vocal. I always look for that.
That was probably Scott Bain's problem. Wasn't vocal, but he always used to make up for it because he was just genuinely a good shot stopper for Dundee, but he just wasn't vocal.
Wonder how long's going to be added on here.
20 minutes and St Mirren probably still won't get any closer.
Oh, there's another bit of that.
3 minutes have been added on.
In before 2 each.
Three minutes time. Time always goes so slowly when you're winning 2-1. I hate it.
Ali McCann's a tidy wee player in the middle of the park as well.
Oh,
I really like him.
Should be called up for Scotland, I think. He's not an Irish.
Daz47 says, if St Mirren scores, I'll chuck you a quid. Thank you.
Come on, slip in!
Well, thanks, Daz. Very generous.
I'll put that towards the pot for the night out.
That's a good question, actually. Adam, would you say that Craig Gordon's like an aggressive goalkeeper?
Not overly. No, I wouldn't say so. I don't see him sort of have that big commanding presence that you were alluding to earlier. So, no, but again, it's maybe perhaps sort of similar, like you said, with Scott Bain, in that he's got a worldy save sort of in his locker ready whenever he needs it.
Shits himself out.
He's got, I think the thing with Hearts is, like, your back four's full of like a lot of commanding defenders anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I still think John Souttar needs a partner, to be honest. It's been brilliant having him back. And it's no surprise that obviously we ended the season with that clean sheet run when he's back in the side. So the jury's still out for me on Craig Halkett. I like Halkett, but he's certainly not on John Souttar's level. And if we can get somebody that's sort of on that same caliber, then I'd take that.
He's very slow, isn't he? I think Halkett.
Yeah, he is, and he didn't appear at Livy, to be honest. I don't know.
I think that was kind of one of the reasons that we were able to break you down at Dens was probably, like he'd go forward, but he wouldn't track him back. He'd get caught out.
I'm trying to think who was his partner that night. Was it Popescu?
Don't know. I'll have to double check. To be honest, I'll double check on the old reliable flesh skills. It probably was actually.
Because I remember Big Peter Haring was brought back from his injury at Dens, and he had an absolute shocker.
Hearts is centre.
Cheers,
Oh.
Stevie.
It's actually Christoph Berra.
Oh, dearie me.
There's the back
Berra and
four.
Halkett as the central half duo.
There's the back
My
four of
goodness.
Brandon, Halkett, Berra, and Kingsley.
That's literally that partnership is literally a slower defensive partnership than me and Joseph Coyle.
Joseph Coyle could I can imagine he'd tank a lot else in 100 meters. Yes, Goggs, you don't need to tilt your head.
Okay. I'd like to see that one day.
Well, we'll maybe make it happen in the Halton.
Oh, aye. In the Halton. Brilliant. Oof.
Popescu never came off the bench that game.
Jesus.
This is the last action, isn't it?
Looks like it.
I think the only time I've seen Craig Gordon get proper aggressive was a game against Inverness when he was properly raging at the wee centre forward.
Joe, mate, you don't need stamina to win 100 metres. The sprint, not a marathon. And with that, St Johnstone have reached the cup final for the second time this season. They're on for a double. They've got to play Hibs on the 22nd of May. What do we think on the final word, lads?
Missed chances for St Mirren that they'll be ruined, that they'll be playing over and over in their head because they definitely had enough, I think, to win the tie. But the difference is St Johnstone took their chances and St Mirren left it too late to mount a comeback, and that's what sees them in the final.
Mm-hmm. Adam, what have you got to say?
No, I just think that 90 minutes perfectly encapsulates St Mirren's season, in that it's a case of what if, like Stevie says, so many missed chances. Ultimately, they'll be replaying that over and over. Same with the league campaign, same with the League Cup campaign. So it's bound to be a frustration for Jim Goodwin, given his comments in the press beforehand as well.
Mm-hmm. And Fraz, what have you got to say?
Pretty much just echo what the two guys say. It's going to be a case of, the chances missed coming back to bite you. Well, that's just about it, really. Nothing much more to say.
And thanks everyone in the chat for coming on to watch us chat shite about football for 2 hours. Thanks once again to the panel, Fraz, Stevie, and Adam, for coming on. We'll be back on Wednesday for Dundee against Wraith Rovers, wherever it is. Starks Parker Dens for
Starks, first leg.
For the playoff first leg semi-final. But for now, we are out, guys. Drive safe.
Drive safe.
Drive safe.